Awake again without a prayer. The night gives in to despair. What is open is easily shut. The lines have been spoken. The scene has been cut. So here I am waiting for something to chase away these fears in my head. Why did I slip and fall again? Can I ever come through? And when I was so young with so little to defend, why can't I come through? And when life is like a dirty game that everyone must play. Time is like an endless dream that starts every day. Someday tomorrow will not be here, and that's something that I fear. I'm still waiting for something to chase away these fears in my head. Why did I slip and fall again? Can I ever come through? And when I was so young with so little to defend, why can't I come through? And when awake again without a prayer. The night gives in to despair. What is open is easily shut. The lines have been spoken. The scene has been cut. That one's called Awake Again.
In case you are just joining us, we were pretty punctual tonight. This is WEFT Sessions on WEFT 90.1 FM Champaign. And our special guest star tonight is Brian Murphy. Mike, is it coming through okay? There's no reverb on this, but they say it's nice and loud out there. So
That's good.
Introduce yourself to the world, if you wouldn't mind.
So my name's Brian Murphy. I've been writing music, playing guitar since I was 13, and that one that I just played is one of my oldest songs. There, I wrote that one in high school, and I feel like it still reflects a lot of what life is like now. I just a very open, honest type of songwriter. Just write about what I feel, what I see.
Well, let me ask, before the show gets any further along, I want to plug it to people who might not be listening yet. So what is your web presence? How many websites do you have? Facebook, MySpace, Friendster?
Yep. I don't have Friendster, but
I don't know that anybody does anymore.
I have Facebook. I have a personal Facebook. I post stuff. I have a band, Brian Murphy Band, on Facebook that I post stuff on. YouTube, it's youtube.com/Brian Murphy Music. There's also soundcloud.com/Brian Murphy Music -1. And then MySpace is myspace.com/Brian Murphy Band as well.
So that's still up and running?
Yes.
Cool.
The last time I checked it was. I haven't actually physically done stuff with it in a while, but there's a lot of songs on there. Yes.
I don't want our friend Tom to be left out. So. Actually,
I do miss Tom. Yeah.
Never having had an account, Tom's technically not my friend, but
yeah.
Now, you said Brian Murphy Band. Does that double for solo stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Originally, I was just calling it Brian Murphy Band. I had a few friends that would play with me, and it was a rotating lineup. So, and then I stopped relying on other people.
Well, I've been telling people recently that I was supposed to be one of 3 people hosting WEF Sessions when I agreed to take it over.
Yeah.
The other 2 still haven't shown up, so I have kind of given up on... I'm comfortable now.
Yeah. Comfortable in your own skin now. It takes a little bit sometimes, but sometimes you got to step up when the moment calls.
Well, if you show up and your coworkers never show up, you get used to it pretty fast.
True. You got to do what you have to do.
Hey, maybe they even did me a favor because, I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew, but it's looking back, it continues to be fun. So now, before we go on, I feel it's difficult. It's possible, but it's hard to plug your show too much. I say shows, upcoming gigs, bar mitzvahs, weddings. Do you have anything left in 2004. 2014.
2014, I have been hosting an open mic at Monticello Bowl. It will be again next Tuesday night, and
All
then probably after the holidays as well.
What time does that start?
It's from 7 to 10 at Monticello Bowl. And then other than that, I mean, I go to Mike Ingram's open mic at the Cowboy Monkey on Tuesday nights. Sometimes I go up to Derailed Thursday nights. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places to get out and play, even if you don't have any set shows. So I am available for booking. So.
And what's the best way? You gave all those sites. Email or one of the Facebook or MySpace?
Brian Murphy Music, Gmail. It's at gmail.com.
Okay.
That one is definitely the best way if you want to get a hold of me. Or just find me on Facebook and message me there, too. That works.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of pertinent info all in one nice chunk. So if you want to do 3 songs in a row and keep doing 3 songs in a row, then I'll just check back every 3 songs and make sure you're comfortable.
Sounds good.
And please stay tuned to WEFT Sessions for more Brian Murphy. Thanks.
Thanks. Have hurt so long. We have hurt so long in the worst way. In the worst way. Emotions can be fleeting, but sometimes the feeling stays the same. From events I had no power to change. I will always wonder who is to blame. Who am I? Where did I come from? Are the stars really in my eyes? I'm always trying to become what I never realized. We have hurt so long. We have hurt so long. Yeah, we have hurt so long. In the worst way. In the worst way. But maybe someday things will change. My mindset is getting better, but my deepest fears will always remain. What is trapped inside this brain? Like, who am I? Where did I come from? Are the stars really in my eyes? I'm always trying to become what I never realized. We have hurt so long. We have hurt so long. Yeah, we have hurt so long. In the worst way. In the worst way. But maybe someday things will change. But maybe someday things will change. But if we push on, something great will come along. We have hurt so long. We have hurt so long. We have hurt so long. But maybe today things will change. That one's called Hurt So Long. I'm sorry it won't be me. I'm not the one you're looking for. My words come from the moment. My actions will always be true. I never wanted to fall away from you, but I never said I'd be with you. I gave a glimpse into my world. That doesn't mean that I'm all yours. You don't even know me, and you never will. When a vision appears, it's not always real. Feelings are a different kind of pill, and simply put, with you, I didn't feel. My past will never hold me back. That's no excuse for what this was. I have no animosity, but it seems you do. But I never said I'd be with you. Just because I gave a glimpse into my world, don't think that I'm all yours. You don't even know me, and you never will. When a vision appears, it's not always real. Feelings are a different kind of pill, and simply put, with you, I didn't feel. Step back and realize the situation, then move on with no more expectations. You don't even know me, and you never will. When a vision appears, it's not always real. Feelings are a different kind of pill, and simply put, with you, I didn't feel. And simply put, with you, I didn't feel. No. Thank you. That one's called It's Not Me. It's very new. This one's called I'm Free. Create the future you want to see. That's what it means to be free. When all that surrounds is fake, That's the future that we'll make. If you analyze, it will put fear in their eyes. Don't let your passion go. It's the reflection of your soul. When everything comes your way, you won't fall down and pray. You stand up to the world and say, I'm free, no more fear. I'm free, your end is near. We are all free, we know the truth. Ignorance will not conquer me. Ignorance will not conquer me. It's easy to give up when no one measures up. Their feelings will go away. Truth is the reason that I say, if you ask questions, the answers will always come. Don't let your passion go. It's the reflection of your soul. When everything comes your way, you won't fall down and pray. You'll stand up to the world and say, I'm free, no more fear. I'm free, your end is near. We are all free, we know the truth. Ignorance will not conquer me. Ignorance will not conquer me. No. I'm free, no more fear. I'm free, your end is near. We are all free, we know the truth. Ignorance will not conquer me. Ignorance will not conquer me. That one's called I'm Free. Thank you.
Was that 3?
Yes.
Okay.
You're perfect. Yes.
So what did we not get to last break that you would like to cover? Monticello Pride.
Monticello, yeah, it's a good town. I got a couple kids. It's a good place to raise kids for sure. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Allerton Park is beautiful.
Oh, right.
I highly recommend Allerton Park for anyone who doesn't know it.
It's how to say this? It belongs to the University of Illinois, right?
Yes.
And so for the longest time, I kept wondering why I hadn't hung out there more, and then I realized it's all the way over in Monticello. If you don't have a car, you don't hang out there.
You're not getting there. Yeah, technically it's like even further outside of Monticello, so you definitely have to have transportation to get there. But it's awesome.
I would tell people who are in the Champaign-Urbana area with a car,
yes,
especially if they're visiting and rent a car, it's a great place to check out in good weather.
Yes. Another good thing too is the local businesses. You got to go around the courthouse square there. It's very good for supporting your small business, your local merchant.
I think the pie at Cafe Kopi is brought in from Monticello on a regular basis, fresh.
It might be. I have not heard of that.
Pies by Inga or something like that.
Oh, yes, that is from Brown Bag. It's a sandwich shop.
Well, the thing is, it's not cheap.
Yes,
but, you taste it and you understand why it's not cheap.
You get what you pay for, yes. And it's kind of the same way a lot of the merchants around the square. I mean, there's stuff is a little pricey, but you get what you pay for. There's very good quality, and you're supporting the local economy.
You know Mike Ingram because of, he booked you and also the open mics.
Yes.
I know at one point he actually organized a road trip to the Brown Bag.
Yeah.
And that was the first I ever heard of it. I didn't make it on the trip, but the next time I was in Monticello, I was careful to pay attention, and I think it was after 5 o'clock, so it was too late to. But it has a reputation, and it's not an empty reputation.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's a great place.
and I think that's almost the extent of Monticello. I think there's well, you would know better. I don't need to tell you what businesses
Yes.
are in Monticello, but
There's also a very nice train museum. So, now they had the Polar Express, but in season when the weather's nice, you can go out there ride trains. That's also a nonprofit, so you can feel good supporting.
Well, I think the other thing that threw me is both Monticello and Mahomet start with M.
Yes.
And so once a friend and I went over to Mahomet to check out, local businesses, and it's a little more residential, a little less.
Yes, yes.
So-
They don't have quite the same local economy because they're closer to Champaign.
Right.
But you don't want to confuse the two. Trust me
Right.
on that.
Monticello's a little farther, but worth
Yeah.
the trip.
Yes, definitely, most definitely. It's a unique place. So,
And it is Monticello as opposed to Monticello, so right?
as far as I'm concerned, it's Monticello, and as far as the local people, I've never heard anybody call it Monticello. So.
Well, it's like people saying, no, it's Cairo. And it's like, well, that's if you're talking about another place.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
generally, if
You're-
all
you're
the
right.
locals...
Potato, really, at the end of the
What
day.
threw me... Yes, what threw me was I got to Illinois after telling everybody it was Illinois, and the person who proctored my first exam here, the entire exam kept calling it Illinois, and I
Wow.
just wanted to
Yep.
get my money back.
There's too much noise when you're saying Illinois. That's a good way to remember.
If you're making a clever joke, that's one thing, but this
like
woman...
here in good old Illinois or something. Yeah, you can get away with it in that.
Yeah, then I would have known she was being, I don't know, deliberate at least, but...
That's true.
Anyway, I also understood I had 2 hours for the exam, and it's actually 30 minutes. So
Wow.
that would have been useful.
That's
to know.
quite the difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have
She-
been marking a lot faster.
She did her job in a creative way that I would have preferred a different creative way.
Was it the monkey rule? Like I've always heard a monkey can at least get like 45% on an exam because they'll just fill in the same
Right.
like spot over and over again. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, every
you
now
could at
and
least
then-
try that if you're running behind. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you have a song about monkeys taking standardized tests, or?
Actually, I should work on that. You're exactly right. I'm really slacking on my animal into normal real life situational songwriting.
Well, if you want to be really distinctive, make it the Barbary Apes of Gibraltar, and then you'd probably be the first to
Wow.
be that.
That would definitely kill it. I could take that in anywhere probably. So
Or honestly, you could just
Nashville
specify
probably.
bonobo, any. If you get very species specific, it probably doesn't matter which one you pick. You'd be the
Yeah.
first to. And then every wannabe Jane Goodall looking for a song about that, you would be their go-to guy, and you'd get all the royalties.
That sounds like a good deal. I should write more like canned stuff. I'm gonna write actually a 10-second song that, I mean, it's gonna be played everywhere. It's gonna be the most common chords and maybe just a quick phrase that you hear all the time. And then every time I hear it in a commercial, I'm gonna sue for the.
Why don't you just improv it right now? 10 seconds.
Because I had the one note song in my head from Tenacious D, so I
Oh.
was gonna.
Well,
But I just stole that, so they're gonna come after me now. So
you didn't technically make money off that, so I don't think they can come after you until you license it.
that's true. That's true. I'm not gonna license that, so don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I'm cool.
You want to just do 3 that you've already prepared, and 3 more?
Yeah, that
Okay,
sounds good.
I'll be back in 3 more, and if at any point before the end of the hour you come up with a 10-second song,
Yes.
you can copyright it right here and now.
Awesome. I think I may have to do that. So
Just send the CDR Mike gives you to yourself. It'll be dated.
yeah, and that'll do it. I'll start profiting on it immediately. So
Old school.
sounds awesome. Yes. Okay, sorry. Just working on this one. Okay. age of men draws near, when bravery disappears, ignorance has lost its way. What is the reason that you say? Can you feel it surrounding you? The feeling is coming true. Why did you say that things would be okay when you know they're not? You know they're not. I can't sleep tonight, just thinking things turned out right. When you're all around me, but never there, you show me you never even care. The age of men have come and gone. You feel like it's all wrong. You know it hurt me when you said those things, but you didn't stop. Why didn't you stop? I feel like at least it's a new day. Another hair, another way, another here and another way. Why did you say those things, knowing what you know now? Can you come back to the past, or at least have a little respect for someone else besides yourself? Besides yourself. Thank you. Sometimes you just have to let go. Let go of the past that holds you back. If you're alive, just raise your hand. If you're alone, just don't feel bad. The journey of life is never a straight road, so enjoy the curves and never grow old. You will find it just takes time. Look away from the sun and you won't go blind. You will find it in your own time. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. If you're alive, just take my hand. If you're alone, you won't be in the end. Our journey is never a straight road, so enjoy the curves and never grow old. Let's never grow old. You will find it just takes time. Look away from the sun and you won't go blind. You will find it in your own time. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. Fine, fine, fine. Sometimes you just have to hold on. Just hold on to the one who'll never hold you back. Who'll never hold you back. You will find it. It just takes time. Look away from the sun and you won't go blind. You will find it in your own time. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah. You'll be fine. Keep walking your own path and you'll be fine. Thank you. I'm gonna do one cover now. You and me, we made a vow, for better or for worse. I can't believe you let me down, but the proof's in the way it hurts. For months on end I've had my doubts, denying every tear. I wish this would be over now, but I know I still need you here. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. Been so unavailable. Now sadly I know why. Your heart is unobtainable, even though Lord knows you kept mine. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I have loved you for many years. Maybe I am just not enough. You made me realize my deepest fear, but lying and tearing us up. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. But when you call me baby, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. And I know, 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 I know I'm not the only one. Thank you. I guess we'll do one more cover here. It'll be a fun one though. I'm going to drop D, so you know it's fun. Hello, I've waited here for you ever long. And tonight I throw myself into out of her head she sang. Come down and waste away with me, and down with me. Slow how you wanted it to be. Out of her head she sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if anything could ever be this real forever. If anything could ever be this real again. Only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say you when. She sang. Away with me, down with me, and how I wanted it to be. Out of her head I sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if anything could ever be this real forever. If anything could ever be this good again. Only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when. She sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if anything could ever feel this real forever. If anything could ever be this good again. Only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when. She sang. Thank you.
That played at Cowboy Monkey Trivia last night, and I think it holds up very well.
Yeah, very nice.
Do you know the part where he reads the manuals kind of incomprehensibly?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know what was originally there?
What?
Well, Dave Grohl was dating one of the girls from Veruca Salt.
Wow.
And originally, the song was built around a phone call with her, and she was singing something. That's my understanding. It was like she had a dream, and she was singing it to him or something.
Yeah.
And, well, they, I guess, broke up, and he replaced it with incomprehensible reading of texts that have been partially sourced. But supposedly she has the only recording of the original
Wow.
version, and I don't ever expect to hear it, but it fascinates me that it existed and may still exist. And, you know, it could be that it's way better the way it came out. I mean, it's pretty good the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the...
it is amazing how it is, I think.
Part of what I love about the music scene here is, you know, people start at open mics and, you know, a couple years later, they're kind of big deal. You know?
Exactly, yeah.
And
yeah.
I just love the evolution of it. So,
And I think just in general, you know, a lot of musicians, even if they're on a bigger scene, I mean, some of them will still even come to their hometown, play an open mic, or, you know, especially a town like Champaign that has the music appreciation that it does, and the surrounding area too. I mean, you know, even Monticello tags into that as well.
oh,
so.
absolutely. You know, local to me, short of downtown Chicago that didn't have a connection here in the first place, I am reluctant to... I've had people say, well, there's Champaign and there's Urbana, and it's like, well, you know, you can't just ignore Homer or Ogden, or, I mean...
Central Illinois as a whole. If you look at the reach that the news stations have, I mean, this is a huge area. So.
I just found out over the weekend that yet another torch singer was born in Danville, Illinois.
Wow.
And... yeah, she
can't fault him for that, right?
A number of, I don't want to say hugely successful, but a number of singers that I have listened to most of my life. I hate to quantify it. I don't want to exaggerate,
like
but
every single singer you've ever liked.
It just amazes me. Somewhere like Danville would produce so many singers that are famous as being from other places, and it's not like
True.
Danville is this sprawling metropolis either.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's like 15, 20,000 people or something.
Now, the flip side of that is some of my absolute favorite performances ever were people who played WEFT sessions and didn't go on. You know, maybe they got a job as an accountant or something. But I love that the archives, the bookcase, and Mike's collection there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a
we
nice
have
collection,
songs
sure.
even by people that have gone on to do highly regarded work, you know, songs that just never made it onto albums. So
yeah.
I don't want to sound like, oh, well, this person got famous, so that's cool. It's like there are bands that, you know, we have the only recording of them that I know of, and, you know, they deserve to go on to. Sometimes it's just somebody had a baby, somebody decided, hey, I can paint houses and actually make a lot more money. Or
circumstances can always change, but music at its core is an art. So yeah.
And it's
too far away. Could you tell us who and what we just heard?
Oh, yes. I'll let you do it since...
Oh, that was Foo Fighters Everlong. Before that was Sam Smith. I Know I'm Not the Only One. Those are the two covers that I did there.
Can I do one more tangent, just briefly?
Yeah, sure.
So there's The Color and the Shape is named for a song that didn't actually make it onto the album, and honestly is not as good as most of the songs on the album.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
It was a B-side, and it's a lot of swearing, but not... It's just kind of like Tourette's, honestly, the way I remember it.
But if they would have put it in, it would have had the cool parental advisory then. So
when WPGU was playing, I think they were transitioning from Everlong to My Hero. And some stations were playing the cover of Baker Street that I think was a hit in St. Louis.
That was, yeah.
It was on some soundtrack.
There was Learn to Fly in between there, too. But,
that was the next album, I think.
It was on with My Hero, right? Or no? You're right.
I think
that
it was
the
My
next
Hero,
album.
and then
You're
Learn
right.
to Fly was like that fall.
That was on the next album, yeah.
But I got the Dutch Color and the Shape because it included 4 more songs. It had,
nice.
I think, Down in the Park and Baker Street. And I said something about having Baker Street on The Color and the Shape, and some DJ from it was friendly, but some DJ from across the town, like, that's not on the color and the shape. I'm like, you want to see my copy? I promise you, that's why I paid extra, is it's on here.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, now there's the 10th anniversary edition that has all that and more. So unless you just want a 2-disc version that folds out, it's kind of irrelevant at this point. But it was just funny to me that
It's still unique.
I bought the album and people were telling me what's not on it, and I'm like, maybe it's not on your copy, but I promise you,
You're missing out. Yeah.
so,
exactly.
and I think I got far enough off topic now that we should probably rein it back into you and your set. But
Cool.
that was well chosen. It conjured lots of
Feelings about the album and confusion from others.
Well, I think there's a reputation. There's this idea that at WEFT, it's like, oh yeah, we like stuff that's not famous, and Everlong's a great song.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, I don't.
And
feel
it was
that,
very popular too at the time. So.
I don't feel that if I don't play it on WEFT, nobody will ever learn the song because I feel like it's out there already. But
Yeah.
it's a good one. I honestly, I could go on about some of the other stuff you played. It's just I don't have the frame of reference to knowledgeably. I could say what it made me think of, but
Yeah.
I figure that's your department. So
Cool. Yeah.
all right, let's see. Oh, it's later than I thought. You want have how many more do you have?
I could
three?
do two. I could do two more.
Well, I guess if you have two more, we should probably wind down now.
Cool.
And you do two more, and then I won't come out and interrupt you. So let's see. Your Brian Murphy Band is what you said.
Well,
easy.
Brian Murphy Music at gmail.com is and that's also the YouTube
Right.
YouTube / Brian Murphy Music and SoundCloud / Brian Murphy Music -1. So I can be found on all those fronts. And
Facebook,
Facebook,
MySpace.
Facebook Brian Murphy or Brian Murphy Band is on Facebook. So
Splendid. And you've got the Tuesday. Now, just so I understand, is it Tuesday Monticello and
Yes.
then later Tuesday
and then
night?
later Tuesday night. Go
Double
out.
duty.
Yes, exactly.
So
You
Monticello
got to keep these
is,
vocal cords going.
What, 7 o'clock?
Yes, 7 to 9:30, and then open mic at Cowboy Monkey starts at about 10. So
Wow. So Tuesdays are busy.
it's pretty full typically. Yeah.
Hope it's
Yeah.
fun.
Not tomorrow, but typically, yes.
So every week but tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
yes. Tomorrow's a special circumstance, and actually, I think the following week is going to be Christmas Eve. So yeah, we're probably going to hold off till after the holidays. Start it up the first Tuesday in January again.
I just pictured some kind of eggnog special, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that.
okay.
I don't think we'll have as big of a crowd as people might assume.
Yeah, it's been odd to me the crowds. Saturday it'll just be packed, and then the next day I know people are in town, but I guess they're sleeping it off or something.
Yeah. There's split days. It depends. So.
Well, please, first of all, thanks to Brian Murphy and once again Mike Ingram and Mike Feldman for helping make it happen. And stay tuned for two more Brian Murphy songs, and then Local 901, an hour of mostly local. It's going to be local and Christmas and local Christmas. And then at midnight, it's going to be 1939 and 1940. And that's going to do it for me in 2014. Anything else, I'll have to wait till 2015. But thanks,
After
Brian.
the holidays.
I'm going to go enjoy your last two songs. Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you. This one's called Cyber Age. Maybe I should have the right tuning though. Life in the cyber age is an adjustment where anything you want can be found. The mentality is disgusting. Give me what I want right now. If we take this trip, we could get away from this. And they said, where are you going? And I said, to get away from this. How can you feel without any feeling? Let's get away from this before it kills us. Before it kills us. A constant worry knows no end. When you're constantly surrounded by it, a computer can take you to the internet, but it can never bring you peace of mind. Let's go to where there are no signals. We can get away from it. And they said, where are you going? And I said, to get away from this. How can you feel without any feeling? Let's get away from this before it kills us. Before it kills us. Life in cyber age is an adjustment. Anything you want can be found. And they said, where are you going? And I said, to get away from this. How can you feel without any feeling? Let's get away from this before it kills us. Before it kills us. Let's get away from this. Thank you. And then for my last one. Oh, if I don't drop it. It's called This Opportunity. From the bottom, I worked my way back up. Insecurity and shame fell away from the realization it wasn't me. I always gave everything, but you didn't see. Now that phase is over, the hurt has faded away. Yesterday's gone and today is today. I've been living in the moment. There's no other way. Seeing things clearly now. I have so much to say. Here you are, sitting next to me, feeling what I feel and reaching inside of me. This opportunity has come to me. I believe everything is now within reach. When our eyes meet, I feel the connection, deeper than mere reflection. You are my opportunity. From the moment I met you, I knew you had something special, something words can't define. Your heart, your beauty, your personality shines. In you, I see a reflection of the divine. Here you are, sitting next to me, feeling what I feel and reaching inside of me. This opportunity has come to me. I believe everything is now within reach. When our eyes meet, I feel the connection, deeper than mere reflection. You are my opportunity. This opportunity has come to me. I believe everything is now within reach. When our eyes meet, I feel the connection, deeper than mere reflection. You are my opportunity.